Hey everyone, it's John here from Hot Take Hockey, back with another video, and this video is on Jack Eichel and Brady Tkachuk. Massive updates here. I know people are kind of sick of the Eichel updates, but it seems like we might be coming to a close with this Eichel situation. Maybe, just maybe. So go follow me on Twitter if you want. I just said, watch Jack Eichel get traded to such a random team no one expects. I want to see some good preseason trade chaos. So this is based on this tweet from Darren Dreger this morning saying, sources say the Eichel saga may be shifting. Ongoing discussions and additional access to Jack Eichel's medical file has helped teams with trade interest clearly seeing a situation, right? Both sides are hopeful something can be worked out soon with one of the clubs in the mix. So if they can clearly see the situation, as he puts it there, and see the medical file, see the outlook, see, okay, there's a scenario where this guy can have a surgery, make his way back, and be healthy as soon as this spring. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if a team can see that, then a trade could happen. And of course, I've talked about different teams, and the reason why I tweeted that out, because I think a bunch of teams could just come forward with an offer that gets the Sabres' attention, and I think if that offer happens, then the Sabres will just go, boom, accept, we want to move on from this. And obviously with the Leonard stuff and all of that, the Sabres, I think, just want to move on as much as anyone else. So I think there's a good chance we could see a resolution over the next couple of weeks. Again, I feel like we've said that many times in the past, but I think there is some sense that the Sabres want to get moving on from this. So you guys let me know in the comments. I could, I guess, talk about a couple destinations. I mean, I've kind of talked about it. Like, I've said that I still think that LA would have the best offer with prospects. I think Columbus, never count out Jarmo Kekalainen. I think Columbus could come forward in this. And I've talked about it with people. I would love Stevie Y just to come in at the last second and just scoop him up. That would be hilarious. And, I mean, there's a couple other teams. Like, I'm sure the Rangers will still have discussions. But I will say, the biggest chaos-driven trade would be the Senators and Sabres hooking up for some kind of Eichel for Tkachuk plus a couple other pieces. Like, imagine like Tkachuk, Brandstrom, and something else for Eichel. That would just shake the hockey world. So, leading into the Tkachuk conversation, and let's go with this one. Lack of communication from Ottawa to the Brady Tkachuk camp is a big reason of what's preventing Tkachuk from being signed. The Senators owner has a history of this with star players. Eugene Melnyk, I wouldn't say he has a massive history with this, but yeah, obviously this guy likes to save his money, and there's been some situations with whether it's Carlson, with Turris, with Mark Stone. I mean, there was different scenarios for those players, but you can go down the list, right? The team is set only on signing Tkachuk to a 7 or 8 year term versus doing a bridge deal. And then the Senators at times have gone several days without reaching out to the Tkachuk camp. There's a solution and a deal to be made. Again, organization has a history with this with star players. And then with Bruce Garrioch, he says, DJ Smith says he now must prepare to start the season without Brady Tkachuk. And obviously that's one of the worst things to see if you're a Senators fan. And I'll say this. I had a bad feeling about this in the Sens perspective, but I thought, you know what? There's no way. This guy, he is, I wouldn't say he's the face right now, but in the forward group, like, he's the guy. Right now in the forward group, he's the guy. And I think that the Senators would be very foolish to let this keep going and let Brady Tkachuk get pissed off and just have bad blood there. I mean, at the end of the day, I've read some articles, I've talked about it with people. If in the past long-term deals just haven't worked for the franchise or just haven't worked for this organization with this management and ownership in place, sign the guy to a 3-year deal. I mean, we've seen it with a bunch of players. We saw it with Pettersson. We saw it with his brother, Matthew Tkachuk. We've seen it with a bunch of players, Barzal. Yeah, will it cost you a couple million AAV down the line? Of course. But if the Senators are really seriously about winning in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you just sign this guy to a contract for 3 years. And if it comes down to a trade in a year or two, it comes down to a trade in a year or two. I really don't think the Senators want to get in a situation where they're considering trading Brady Tkachuk, or it's a situation where this guy just doesn't play. I don't think it comes down to that. I think they'll get a contract going over the next month, even if he sits out for a little bit. But, man, figure it out. I thought we were past the Sens drama. I thought we were past the Sens being, I don't want to say laughed at, but just like some people obviously make a joke of like handing out money and stuff like that. again, Leafs, Sens, rivalry, all that stuff. I want to see them do well and make that Atlantic Division even more of chaos. So, Brady Tkachuk, Sens, figure it out. We'll see what happens. But in terms of updates, that's kind of it for now. But, I mean, it's been a bunch of different stuff the last few days, whether it's, like I said, I made the video yesterday, guys. Go check that out on Robin Lehner and Jack Eichel. There's been certain conversations. At the end of the day, I understand that Jack Eichel signed a contract, and he's under contract with the understanding the Sabres have control over big decisions like that, big hockey decisions. And I understand that it's about his health. It's about his neck. It's about his future and about his living condition, right? So, very tough situation. I would like to hope that now at this point, teams are getting a lot of access to this medical file and they're getting more of an understanding, and a team comes forward with the offer that gets it done for the Sabres perspective. So thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button. Again, follow me on Twitter, drop a like, have that notification bell on, and definitely drop your comments in the comment section with your thoughts, and go reply to my tweet if you want. You can give your thoughts there as well. So thank you so much. I will see you guys all soon for a video and some streams, and we'll talk soon. This is John from Hot Take Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.